Welcome back to the channel, guys. I appreciate y'all stopping through, man. Today we have a new track by the man Callum Designs, and I don't know if you've played a lot of his tracks, but I have, and his tracks are always on point, man. And today we have a new sand track by him, and I love his sand tracks. He actually did the Red Sand MX Park on the MX Bike Shop. It was the one that came out a while back that had 3 tracks on it. Absolute banger, bro. So I'm expecting this one to be just as good. Before we get further into the video, though, please go down below and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and do me a favor and join the Discord. That way you guys don't miss out on any future giveaways that we do. I apologize if you guys hear the dog barking in the background. That is my neighbor's dog, and I have no control over that, so my apologies. But today we are on Derna, I think is how you pronounce it. Something like that. And it is a Dutch track replica that is a sand track. Now, like I stated before, Callum always does a great job on his tracks, visually and the way they ride, man. So I was definitely excited when he messaged me and asked me if I wanted to do a video on his track that is releasing today on the shop. I'm not sure of the price, but it will be out today. And I was like, of course, you know what I mean? I'm not going to turn that down. I love Callum's tracks, and I'm excited to see. So far, I mean, it is a sand track, obviously, and it's riding really good, man. I love sand tracks that have the bumps every so often. You just kind of jump across them. You know what I'm saying? You jump. But, yeah, man, definitely a sand track through and through so far, and I really like how he's built up some of the areas going into the corners that lead into the rut slash berm in it. So you have multiple choices in each corner on which way to take. Obviously there's going to be one line that's, you know, faster than others, but you'll end up figuring that out as you play. Now, I was looking at this just now while I'm riding it, and I gotta be honest, man, I am definitely curious about building a sand track, because the way that it's looking to me, that like right here you can tell there's a mask on the track, but right here, maybe I'm wrong, so Callum, if you watch this, let me know, please. I'm really curious. It looks like all of the ruts and everything are actually in the height map, so there might be a slight mask on it, but from what I can see, most of this is actually like dug or rose on the height map. And then when you add the sand soil to it, it's not gonna act like a normal dip or, you know, extruded part of the track. It's gonna ride over it. You're gonna be able to move left to right over it much smoother. And it's not deep, but just deep enough to where when you build the track with shadows enabled, that you might get this visual look to it. So I'm definitely curious if that's how it works. I've never built a sand track. The closest I've got to doing anything sand was my track, I think it was Moribund. Moribund had a sand section on it, and that was the only time I've ever really messed with sand. But sand is just fun to ride in this game for sure. Now, we are on a 250 today, and I gotta be honest, if you're gonna ride sand, 9 times out of 10, a 450 is gonna be way better, especially on a track like this, which, you know, it doesn't have a lot of sharp corners. It's a lot more of like the mellow corners that aren't exactly 180 degree turns. You know, they're more 45 degree or closer to 90 degree turns. I feel like with the 450, you can carry your speed through the track better, especially going through corners like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna hop on this track and you're not like racing or whatever, maybe try a 450. 250s on sand in this game have a kind of a hard time getting through it. I should have, you know what? I should have tested the, and we go down. I should have tested the, what was it? I should have tested the OEM Preview 4s on sand. I haven't ridden those on sand yet, and I haven't spent a whole lot of time on them. Just a little bit. And so far, I gotta be honest, the OEM 4s, the Preview number 4s of the OEMs, in my opinion, is the best place that any of these OEM previews have been. Now, I know Lens doesn't like them. I know that. But I think for the average player, they're not going to be so far deviated from beta 18 that it's going to mess you up. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not going to be able to do anything as good as you were before. But I think that it offers a little bit more of like challenge to it without making it so extreme that like new players, you know, that just started playing are going to want to quit or something, you know. So I think OEM Preview 4s were a good balance of where the bike should be. Now, if it wasn't for having so many paid tracks out already, I would have been all for slowing the bikes down the way they were in like Preview 1 or 2. But just with all the paid tracks, I just feel like you can't go back and ruin those after, you know, they've been out for so long. I just feel like, especially after people pay money, you can't, because not every track creator is going to go through and redo the track to make it fit the new OEM previews. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with the Preview 4s, they're not going to have to do that. They're still fast, but there is with the rear end is really weird on the Preview 4s. When you let off the gas going into the corner is really when the rear end slides out a lot. As long as you have the throttle down a little bit, that rear end seems to like grab and you know, seems to grab and stick a little better. But enough talking about that. I got way freaking sidetracked. Let me know if you made it all the way through that rant in the comments. Be like, let me know what your thoughts are on the OEM previews. There we go. That way I know who made it this far in the video and who didn't. I'm curious to see about that. But yeah, man, overall this track is fire, bro. This is really good. And visually I knew it was gonna be good because Callum just does a great job on every track he's made with the visuals, you know what I'm saying? And I've been playing Callum tracks, I mean, since I started playing the game a couple years ago, and he's gotten so much better. And I feel like he's been at a point now, you know, for a while where he has his own style of tracks, and you can tell if it's a Callum track. And this is definitely one of those tracks, man. It does come out on the shop today. Like I said earlier, I'm not sure about a price, but if you like sand tracks, you're gonna love this track, and I think you guys should go get it, man. If I see this thing in servers, I always say this, and I don't know if it's a dumb thing to say or not, but if I see it in servers, I'm definitely gonna be joining a race on this track because I'm definitely picking this track up. The version he sent me is not like the finalized version, so I'm gonna have to buy it. So I'm definitely gonna buy it tomorrow when it drops because this is fun. This really is, and it reminds me of a lot of the Auto Biano track that he released for free that he lost the files for. But not as many sharp corners and not as narrow. So I think it's good for all skill levels of the game, and I think that a lot of people will enjoy it, man. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the track. Are you gonna pick it up? Are you not gonna pick it up? I'm definitely curious to see what you guys think about that. And other than that, man, make sure you guys join that Discord so you guys don't miss any of the future giveaways that we do. I've been kind of struggling financially the last couple weeks, so I haven't been able to run a giveaway, but best believe as soon as I'm on my feet again, we will be running another giveaway. And I appreciate all the support recently on the channel, man. You guys are amazing. Keep killing the views for me. Keep killing the like button. And while I'm saying that, go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn them notifications on so you don't miss any other content, man. And y'all have a blessed day. Stay up. Peace.